Hi, this is Danny.
Wait, no, you gotta play the music.
There is no music. Just go ahead.
Oh, okay. Hi, this is Thea.
I thought I was Danny.
You're Alex. You're Alex.
Oh, okay. Then I'm Alex. Clearly.
And this is the Mossy Bank. The Mossy Bank is a review of the first 5 episodes so far of
American. I was about to say Horror Deconstruction. American Horror Story Season 2.
No, American Horror. Yeah, you're American Horror Story Asylum, buddy.
Asylum.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.
So, Thea, what's
Yes.
the general overview?
Wait, no, I'm Thea.
I should stop it. What's the general overview of the series?
We can't maintain this.
Yeah, no, we can't.
The overview of the
Most like an erection.
the first part of the second season called Asylum. It takes place obviously in an asylum, and sort of shows the lives of the people who are admitted, but also the people who lord over the asylum, including the head nun, the doctor, and what is his name? Monsieur? That one.
Oh, what? The
Monsignor.
guy in charge.
Yes, that guy.
Quick, someone pop up the Asylum Wikipedia so we shall have pertinent information towards the show.
I got it up.
Having pertinent information. Okay, also, the first episode sort of begins with looking at Bloody Face, who is thought to be Kit, who was admitted early on, but
This is in modern times, though.
it's
It's with the guy from that band. He's on The Voice and shit. What the hell?
Adam Levine.
Adam Levine. Yeah,
you're going all the way back. Yeah, that it does start that way.
So the show, okay, let's put the emphasis on the show. The show deals, it's very different from the first season. Like creator Ryan Murphy, I believe his name is.
Mm-hmm.
He also created Glee, and
boggles my mind.
I know. Maybe he just has
It's
a
cool
lot
though.
of.
He's a really good writer.
He is.
Except for Glee.
Was that?
Well, but I'm saying that he could do 2 totally different shows. That's cool.
I saw.
And have one be awful and have one be awesome.
I never
Yeah.
watched Glee. I would always hear about it. I was not interested in it. And then I remember the first episode I turned on. It had the Hispanic cheerleader making out with the white cheerleader, and I was like, this is not that bad. This show. Anyway, but they sing really bad on that show. I don't get why people like it because the singing is really like shite.
It's just generally bad.
Okay. So Ryan Murphy creates this series, which is the sequel to last year's American Horror Story, which dealt with a family
I don't
that
know
moves
much
into.
about it, so please don't.
Yeah, we
give
won't
With
spoil it.
with a haunted house, essentially.
It's a haunted house story but I think was pretty uneven and the plot wasn't really going anywhere. It kind of fell on its face at the end, but it was still entertaining nonetheless. But it was not that good of a show.
Yeah.
But it was edited and shot really fucking well. The editing was really crazy looking. Like I guess they must have shot one long takes of people walking down the hallway, and like if it was 5 minutes, it would be cut to 30 seconds. Like that kind of editing, which kind of disappeared from this season. But anyway, this season, this iteration of the series takes place at Briarcliff, right? Insane Asylum.
Yeah, Briarcliff.
Yep.
And I believe that's in Boston. I would assume because everybody has a kind
She's
of.
got such a fucking accent, that Sister Jude.
Yeah, Sister Jude, who is played by
Jessica Lange.
Lang.
Yes.
Jessica
Lange? I don't know what the hell her
I
name.
still don't know how to say her
Jessica
name.
Lang, who played one of the antagonists of last season, who she's switching around. What they did was they mixed.
See,
around
I didn't know she was an antagonist. You just gave that away.
She acts like a bitch on the first
I
season.
feel like the characters in the first season were more like all over
By
the place.
antagonist, I don't mean
Really
she's
tough.
killing people, Danny. She's just an asshole character.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Which she's in this too, so.
She
she's
kind of is, but I kind of feel bad for her.
yeah, I mean she's kind of like
I
a
do,
faded
yeah.
star kind of character now. It's almost some similar kind of character in this one, but Jessica Lang plays Sister Jude, who is the head muckety muck at the Briarcliff. I keep wanting to say manor, but it's
She's
Briarcliff.
kind of like Nurse Ratched a little bit.
Yeah, all the characters in this series are basically kind of caricatures of characters from other films, I would assume.
That's fucking that man doctor. I can't think of his name. That evil doctor.
Thread, oh, not Thread,
Man
Arden.
doctor.
The one
It sounds
that's
like a
The
superhero.
one that's a Nazi or whatever.
Yeah,
James
Doctor
Cromwell.
Dr. Arden.
Yep.
Because he can't harden, I guess.
Yeah, no, he has a small penis. That's what she says. Remember?
Okay, so let's give a breakdown of the characters. There's Sister Jude, who's played by Jessica Lang, All right, who else
Yes.
is there? There's Dr. Arden. He's played by James Cromwell, who's really fucking good as well.
There's Mary Eunice, Sister Mary Eunice.
Sister Mary Eunice, who's played by
Lily Rabe.
Yum Yum Yum. Lily
Played by
Rabe.
Damien.
Lily Rabe played, I guess, the wife of the Doctor in the first season. In a different.
Oh, and who's the one that's Sylar from Heroes? He's awesome.
Skylar. Oh, Sylar, right? Sylar.
Dr. Thredson.
Dr. Thursden is played by
Quinto.
Zachary Quinto, who's
Yeah.
He's like the sole good guy on the show.
I like him.
he's bloody face. Anyway, okay, who else is there? There's Grace, who is played by.
Lizzie Brochere.
Oh, is Grace the lesbian one?
No, she's the French chick.
Grace is the big eyes. Crazy eyes.
The girl who had the French accent that disappeared 5 episodes into it.
Oh,
was
okay.
still
You call her
kind
big
of
guys?
there.
Huh?
It's
Where
still
is
there a
she?
little bit.
I remember.
She
What?
said at the beginning that she was from France, right? She grew up in France, and I swear she had an accent, and then it kind of just turned into a Boston accent in the 5th episode.
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
I was like, who these bitches? And Kit is played by
Evan Peters.
Evan Peters, who every woman fell in love with for the first season. Did you like Kit in the first season? Althea?
Not really.
I always thought he was.
I thought his character was really interesting at first, and then he just kind of like devolved into just kind of a mess.
I didn't really buy into his weakness in the first season. Like Danny, we're not ruining it, but I didn't really buy into his weakness and how he was kind of crying and he was kind of he was like a piece of shit. But girls.
I'm very interested to. After
a lot of girls, if you go in
watch the first season now and
the
have the
second
exact
season
opposite idea that you guys have.
Yeah, the second season is a lot better than the first, in my opinion. But like Kit, he played the actor. Played Tate in the first season, and every girl on every Tumblr just like is in love with him. Like he's a tortured soul. Even though he did a lot of asshole things in the show, like raping and killing people. And
that's pretty awful.
There's also the writer
Lana Winters.
And the girl that had AIDS and kids.
Yeah, well, hold on, let's go. Who's
the one? You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Like the one that's really hot in a weird way. Wait, hold on. Who's the lesbian doctor?
Lana Winters.
Lana Winters.
Doctor.
What is she?
Writer.
Oh, lesbian writer. Excuse me. She's Anna Winters.
Son of a bitch.
That's the actress's name?
No, the actress's name is Sarah Paulson.
Sarah Paulson. She's good too. I couldn't put together that she was the psychic in the first season, which is weird because I was like, oh yeah.
I know, right? She looks completely different.
She had blonde hair maybe in the first one. I don't know. And then there's
yes, she did.
And then there's also Shelley, who's played by.
I said it, Chloe Sevigny.
Chloe Sevigny. What's wrong with your pronunciation?
Isn't it just Savigny?
I thought it was Sevigny, like a fine wine.
Sevigny? I never heard such a thing.
Okay, so anyway, Shelley is basically she's the alternate to the French maid Moira, the young one from the first season, was kind of the horny sex pot.
Okay.
Oh man, do I miss that character? Anyway,
I would love to be in a room with her. She's like so horny all the time. It's great.
So
I don't even have to brush my teeth or anything.
And also, there's plenty of other side characters. There's like Pepper, who's this a play on one of the pinheads from the film Freaks from 1920. Which is a fucking awesome movie. That movie shows you a guy with no arms and no legs light a cigarette. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen on film.
That movie's a freaky movie.
It is. It's awesome. He got the director got fucked over for it. I think that was the guy who did Metropolis.
Avengers.
No, it's Joss Whedon. He did Freaks. So let's lay out, and there's also a bit part by Magic, the guy who plays the girl who's married to Magic Mike. I don't know what her name is. She's playing the wife.
Oh yeah, she's in the beginning part with the guy from Smash Mouth or whatever.
Is that what I'm supposed to? Is that what I'm supposed to know her
Sugar
from?
Ray.
Because I had no idea.
I don't know where she's from. I just know she's.
My friend knows her as the guy that's married to.
Magic Mike.
I can't think of the guy's name. Yeah, the guy from Magic Mike and G.I. Joe.
So there's a difference between the modern times and also the show that takes place in the 60s. The way the show began was it starts in the modern era with this married couple. It's played by Adam Levine from The Voice and his wife. And I guess they're going around the countries looking for every haunted place on their honeymoon.
Having sex in them.
Which is it's actually a pretty cool idea to do, except for what happens to these two. And in the beginning they get attacked. And through the series of episodes, at the beginning it was kind of weak. What did you guys think about that whole sequence? Like for me, I was like, "What the? Who cares about?"
Well, I was
shit?
happy that Adam Levine died, or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah,
a little obnoxious.
It seemed a little like I guess it was playing on the idea of bloody face. Would you guys explain what bloody face is?
We don't really know at this point so much.
Yeah.
Do you like the name? I'm not into the name that much, bloody face.
It's been very vague at best. Like,
I mean, first of all, there's like 4 of them, and those are just kids pretending to be Bloodyface, and then there's the real Bloodyface. And
Bloodyface is basically if they dropped Jason in the or any Michael Myers or any of those kind of characters.
He's probably closer to Leatherface, right? Because
he
supposedly takes their faces and makes them into masks, and that's what they call them.
And apparently, Bloodyface kills women in the series, and so we cut back to that couple gets assaulted by Bloodyface, and then it jumps to the 1960s, and Bloodyface is actually a serial killer from the 1960s, but we're introduced to Kit, who's kind of like he's in the farms, right? There's farms in Boston. I don't know shit about Boston.
I mean, in the 1960s, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Because this is like 1964, right before the whole hippie revolution, so it's still like that 50s vibe.
Yeah, so he's working at a auto mechanic shop, right? And he's getting harassed by the local boys because I think they know that he's has a relationship with what's her name, Alma?
Yeah,
Alma. Excuse me, Alma, who's his African American wife. Should I say that? Is that proper? How to say it?
That's very proper. You haven't offended anyone.
And they have a huge sex scene. This show has a reason.
Except white people.
This show has a reason to show nude buttocks, like nude men's butts. Like they did that a lot.
Of butts in this.
In the first season, when they had Dylan McDermott, the first episode had him jerking off naked, and I was like, "Why? I got to see that." Then I realized, who created the show. But at least now they equalize it between men and women in this series.
Oh, come on. We've seen so many women's boobs in all these movies. It's about time to show a guy jacking off.
I know. I guess I was missing it from my heart. What did you... None of us are interested. All 3 of us can equally be like, yeah, we're not into it. No. So, your first... what do you guys think is in the scope of the series for Kit? Like, how do you think from episode 1 to 5 how he's been treated as a character? And what do you think he's done right and wrong in the series?
Are you asking me, Thea, or
both of you
Alex?
Guys? Both of you guys. I love those silences. Go ahead.
Who are you asking?
Both of you.
Okay.
Go.
Thea, I'm gonna talk first. My name is Thea. I feel like, first of all, the whole thing with the spider thing in his neck, and nobody seems to think that's that strange. And, why didn't the doctor ever mention that to anyone? Like, he's keeping it a secret. That would, almost, guarantee what he's saying is true. And everyone would believe him if they saw a spider
because he thinks the spider is someone trying to, infiltrate his lab, because he's got crazy conspiracy theories.
Because if Arden is...
Right, because he's crazy, too. But, I mean...
Let's say Arden is not part of... Go ahead.
Anyway... I love his character, and I'm happy that now he's having a mental breakdown and thinks he's insane. But he might actually be insane, but I don't think he is, because it shows the fucking aliens on more than one occasion. Like
Thea was saying with Arden, I think what Arden is whether Arden is or isn't a Nazi, because they're kind of playing that close to the chest, even if the Flash, but that was a pretty good guy that looks just like James Cromwell. When
he is a fucking Nazi though. Look what he did to poor Chloe.
Well, it isn't.
With her legs.
There's crazy people everywhere around the world, though. I mean, it's leaning more.
See, the question I want to ask is or isn't he Bloodyface?
I think he is.
I think he might be.
I think it's too obvious that he'd be Bloodyface, because they made the whole deal
or he created Bloodyface is my other theory. I think he actually created the monsters that live on the grounds.
The thing he did. He created the mutants, because Ryan Murphy has actually been answering Twitter questions.
Oh, I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. Don't tell me
it's not anything that's spoiling the end of the show or anything like that. They're like, what are those things in the woods? And he's like, mutants. He's just up straight about it. And then it was another thing too. Remember when they had the big storm in the episode Nor'easter, which I believe was episode 4? Was it?
Nor'easter, it was last week's. I mean, the one before last week.
Yeah, they had that whole the whole storm. It didn't even register to me that when Sister Jude was running around drunk, that was an actual alien that she walked into. I just thought it was a mutant or something, or a ghost, and that was actually one of the aliens that fucked around with Kit.
Yeah, and then she even made a face.
That's what he said.
Mentioned the aliens, and she made a face. She wanted.
I have no idea why that didn't register to me that was an alien, because it felt like it was so separate from the thing, even though it happened in the first episode. You know what I mean? It's just weird.
Yeah. No, I know.
Crazy exactly. That it never explained.
Like I thought, oh, it's a ghost. That's what I thought. I was like, yeah, it's a ghost or a hallucination. I don't know.
I didn't make the alien connection at first.
Yeah, I'm actually very confused.
So Ryan Murphy wrote that in the
so many possibilities because number one, if Kit's whole, his wife was skinned or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
And there's another serial killer that's going around doing that. It might be the doctor. It might be some guy named Bloodyface, whatever. But like the aliens did come to him. Like, because they have a spider thing in his neck and all that shit. So the aliens, maybe the aliens are making people skin people.
It could be. That's the thing. It's like with Kit, his character is severely fucked over in the series, and you know how they say that he got arrested for killing all these women under the guise of Bloodyface because the cops kind of just want to end it there, which shit has happened like that in real life where cops just want to close the case to look good, so they don't cause stress among the public. And he got nicked for the Bloodyface killings. But did they ever say that they found Alma's body? But I guess they did because they're just saying
they found it skinned and decapitated.
Oh, they did. I didn't pick that up until he was throwing the things. I had this weird image of maybe that he would find her at the end of the series. Now I'm sad because he had that image of her floating and saying help me. But I guess that was his nightmare. So I guess maybe she just got fucked up by the aliens and they skinned her. And then they were
I think the significance of that was that he saw her alive after she'd been taken and after he'd been taken, and that was what he kept saying. But I think they did mention that they found her body before that.
I just made the connection that I realized the first people that ever recorded being taken away by aliens were an interracial couple. I just realized that. The first couple to ever...
Really?
Yeah, it was a black man and a white woman.
In real life?
Yeah, in the 60s. They got... I just didn't even think about that every time because
I
like.
Why do you know that?
No, I watch a lot of. What? I'm an asshole for knowing that.
No, it's just weird.
No, how do you know that? You're such a I can see her putting the L with her fingers.
You know what I love about this show though? It's like I didn't see the first season, so I have no idea if it's similar, but. It's got like everything. It's got an alien, like serial killer kind of slasher.
It feels like the first season tried to do that, but
guy, like weird psychological shit, and a demon possession, everything. Like it's crazy.
I know.
The first show owes more to haunted house and sexual deviancy, where this has that, but in a more cohesive manner, I think.
I just think it's amazing that they've jammed every genre, even almost mutant. Zombies, because those mutant people.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to fall apart. It hasn't so far, so.
Yeah, like if they could actually tie this together. And
Ryan Murphy says the last.
A demon, like that's amazing. It's
Ryan
like a
Murphy,
TV show that has everything I love in horror.
Yeah. Ryan Murphy says it just needs killer dolls, right? So, Ryan Murphy says
that hasn't happened yet. It will.
Murphy says that the last 3 episodes are gonna make sense. Like everything's gonna come together, but I hope it's not something where. Sister Jude got into the car accident with the kid, and she's been thinking about all this shit by herself the whole time. Like it's some kind of bullshit like that. I hope not. I hope it's not something dumb like that. I hope not.
Like she's in the mental institution the whole time.
Yeah. I hope.
I don't know, but Wikipedia has spoilers on it. Just
really?
So you know.
Oh, I don't want to read that then.
Oh, does it?
Well, because I was looking at the episode synopses for the first 4. And then they have a line for the next 3, and I was like, no.
All right, so don't
what did I just
no way to look at that. I remember that's the thing. Somebody has these fake spoiler.
Yeah, it has the origins of monstrosity.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna read what it says.
They have fake episode names for Dexter season 7 so far, which has been.
Don't you give away anything?
I'm not. But one of the I know it can't be for real. But one of the titles was called the season finale was called Surprise Motherfucker, and I was like, that's not real because that's the whole Dokes thing, and I was like, that can't be real. That's cheap. Because in the books for Dexter, the latest season has been good. I don't know what the fuck they did.
Please don't.
I'm not saying nothing. Hold on.
It's okay.
You don't like it? Compared to the last 2 seasons, it's been horrendous. Now it's good to me. But in the books, because I read the books, Dokes. Well, you went past season 2, right, Danny?
Yeah, I'm up to season. I saw the whole. Lumen.
Okay, so in the books, Dokes actually is alive still in the books, but he's kind of half a man, half machine in the books.
Oh, cool.
Not like a robot, but people on the website, internet, are like calling him Cyberdokes, like he's a cyborg and he's gonna come back to the show. It's just like
Cyberdokes.
they're like the show could be saved if Cyberdokes comes back.
There's no way that Dokes survived that explosion.
I would love it. He was like the best thing in the show. Like I hated him, and then I was like, guy was the best thing in the show.
I loved the second season. I think the second season's better than the fourth season.
He's like, surprise, motherfucker. All right. So let's put the final thing on Kit. What are your ideas on what's gonna happen with Kit and how he figures into the show?
Danny, it's your turn.
Well, I think I really liked his character so far. I think it's really interesting that he's now sort of like turning his story around and starting to think maybe he is crazy and sort of thinking that he did create this entire situation.
Do you buy that he believes that, or you think he's just trying to play Sister Jude to look like a crazy person?
I don't know yet.
They're really good at being ambiguous with the show, because remember, the whole deal was Thresden telling him, listen, I don't think you did this, and I think you should, I'm not going to tell him that you're sane because I don't want you to die by the state. So, but they play it with such ambiguity that you don't know whether he really is telling her, I don't know if I really am crazy or not, shit like that. Just to save his ass.
I think he really does believe it.
I don't think so.
I think maybe he could be. He could be lying.
Like the other girl too. Yeah, this last episode was like an episode of like people who are perfectly sane and shouldn't be there, like breaking down and thinking maybe they are crazy.
Yeah, I think, and also that sex scene was 30 seconds long. I guess if you're holed up for like a couple of days and you find some strange, you can
what sex
where am I going with this? When he banged what's her face, Grace, that's how quick that was. He probably looked away and it happened
that's quick. Right, yeah.
Oh yeah,
so that was a pretty
it was
quick...
so fast that I completely forgot it happened.
There you go.
Yeah, it was really quick. I mean, he barely got her legs open before coming.
Maybe he did. Maybe he just had it on
kind
his
of
shoes.
Embarrassing for him.
He's
they
bloody
should have came into the bakery dough.
He should have Pepper cupping his balls from behind.
It'll be like, whatever, like the glaze that they put on croissants.
Anyway, so Kit, I think, is generally like the most likable character in the show. Like, he's the one that I guess we're following. He would, I guess, be the closest thing as to the protagonist of the series.
Well, I think him and Lana Winters probably are.
Yeah, I think they try to, especially Lana is a really cool character, but she's kind of she doesn't trust men, obviously, and I don't think that's a
well, she doesn't trust him especially.
Oh, well, that's true.
And the Siler, now she does.
She does now.
Yeah, I didn't want that.
Siler character, whoever Dr. the really Dr.
Fredson.
I love him. I really love him. Like, I feel like I'd be friends with him.
I'm sure he loves you too.
And, I feel like he's gonna die though. I feel like he's very sick.
Oh, well, actually, now that he said he's going to get her out, of course he will.
I think he's bloody face. I really do. I sincerely think that he's bloody face. I don't think...
No, you know what? I want the, Monsignor to be bloody face. I feel like that would be interesting.
Well, the Monsignor's in on it, though.
Wait. How's the... Right? Wait, hold on. I didn't think about him. The Monsignor is played by Joseph Fiennes, a super racist in real life.
Because he hasn't really had anything yet.
Right, you're right. I didn't think about
The only thing he did was he fucking told the doctor they're on you, so he's like a Nazi.
Yeah, because there was that whole thing in the 40s where, when the Nazis were going around killing all those Jews. Allegedly.
What was that
thing? Called? I'm not familiar with that.
It was called Woodstock or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then, the fucking Catholic Church didn't say shit about that. They didn't say anything until we got bombed at Pearl Harbor. You know what I mean? So it was like, the Catholic Church didn't care. They were like, who gives a fuck? But that whole idea where, the Monsignor has something to do and he knows... there's something fishy going on with Arden, but won't say anything. So I guess they're trying to do something with their experiments. Obviously, Arden, who's played by James Cromwell, is fucking awesome. I'm glad they brought him into the show,
He's a crazy fuck. Is he the guy from 6 Feet Under?
I don't know. I never saw that.
Isn't he like the mom's boyfriend?
Is that the one where Dexter?
Yeah. That is the same guy. Okay.
That's the show where
he's the farmer Babe.
That's the show where Dexter likes BBC, right?
He's in all kinds of things. Right?
What? Who? What? Where?
He's the farmer in Babe, the one that's.
Yeah, I wish he had a talking pig on the show. That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, Babe tells him what to do.
Hey, there's 3 episodes left. You never know.
That's true.
Wait, 3 episodes?
Yeah.
No way.
Wait, isn't there only 3?
No, there's got like 12 or 13 episodes to this.
Okay. They only have 3 listed on Wikipedia, maybe, but there's more than 3.
So let's get into Dr. Arden. What's up with him? He's a real fucked up dude.
He's fucking awesome. I mean, evil, but awesome.
Arden is the evil. I don't even know how they can like top the second season. Like, where can they go with the next season? But let's go.
Yeah.
Arden is basically the Frankenstein of the show, the Dr. Frankenstein, and he's doing all these experiments in his little room because he's getting funding. I don't know. He's getting some sort of funding because he's the clinical aspect of the church. I mean, of the asylum. And he gets to try his electrolysis. No, is electrolysis or is that to like take hair off your legs and shit?
Electroshock.
He removes their hair.
He gives them Brazilian waxes and it clears their mind.
Electrolysis.
He's doing all these experiments. Obviously, he's making these mutants that live in the woods. He's doing shock therapy on people, which was really crazy when he did it to Lana. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Because just like in the 60s,
I feel so bad for her.
I know. She just wanted.
And then the most recent episode.
Oh my god, that was
really hard. Well, let's say that how did that?
Watching it, my friend is gay and like he's a little sensitive about these issues, and I understand. And then like to watch that, it's like, oh my god, like that probably did happen though. Did you give
him a nice smooch after so you can make him feel better about himself?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, what did you think about that episode personally, Thea? Because it was even when I was watching, I was like,
you asking Thea me or Danny? Thea?
Danny Thea. Because when I was watching, I was like, this is fucked up. Because you can imagine, that really probably did happen back then. All that, all this shit about people being they consider.
It's another nod to Clockwork Orange, really.
I guess so. So Thea, go ahead.
It made me for a second. It made me really mad at Dr. Thredson because I was like, I thought you were just going to sort of pretend to make her better and then say she was better and then let her go. Yeah, but he actually did it. He actually was trying like conversion therapy to make her straight.
Because the thing is, I think what it is that he's a doctor from that time frame, and he's actually thinking maybe it can kind of help her in a sense. Like you have to go through with it. Like we can say, oh, he's understanding that she's not an insane person. But that he's still gonna take a crack at it just to say that he went through it just to see if he could test it because he's like a man of science.
You might actually think it is like a problem too. Like, people can't time they grew up in like during slavery and shit. I'm sure there are people that weren't necessarily racist, but they didn't necessarily care one way or the other about it or whatever. Right.
Just like Mr. Drummond from never mind. So he and it's funny because the actor Zachary Quinto is gay in real life, so I can imagine him playing that character, just doing that shit, and like how weird and strange that must have been, and in this reality back then of how, what I mean, we used to have in America, in the U.S., we used to have fucking separate drinking fountains, which is fucking crazy. So it's like,
I wish they did because I'm a germaphobe.
Sarah Paulson's also is she theoretically she's theoretically bisexual, I guess, but she dated a woman for like years and years.
Which one's Sarah Paulson?
Lana Winters, the writer.
Oh, in real life,
you know what that sounds like to me? She's a fun girl. Ho-ho! Anyway, so I like her character a lot. How was I dated a bisexual girl once? It was fun. What?
Tell me about that burning tire smell again.
I gotta edit that out. Oh shit! Let me see what time that happened in this episode. Go ahead. Let's get into Lana's character, guys. You stupid cocks. You cocksucking cunt face. All right, go ahead.
What just happened?
Danny is a cocksucking cunt face. Go ahead. So let's get into Lana's character and kind of what she means to the show.
Okay.
Oh, you can go, Danny.
Go ahead, Thea. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, she started out just as a journalist who was trying to research. She was pretending like she was researching the bakery, but she was actually trying to find out about Kit because he's like the alleged bloody face guy or whatever. She was trying to do a
puff piece, right?
What?
She was trying to do a puff piece based on the Asylum, but she was actually in there for ulterior motives.
Yeah. She wanted to get a real story about Kit, and then basically that fucking bitch Nurse Ratched nun coerced her into being able to stay based on the fact that she's gay, and got her fucking girlfriend threatened that she'll blackmail them and make them lose their jobs if they don't sign this shit. And
and Lana is dating Josh Hartnett in a wig, so. That girl looks like Josh Hartnett, doesn't she? Her girlfriend, the one that got
Claire Duvall. I love Claire Duvall.
I like Claire Duvall, but she looks like Josh Hartnett with women's hair.
Ew,
I find her
don't
strange.
say that.
I find her attractive, so that must mean
they were in a movie together.
Were they brother and sister?
No, it was called The Faculty.
Oh man,
yeah.
that movie sucked. Okay,
That
good.
movie
that
does
movie
not
is so
suck.
ridiculous.
That movie does not suck.
Are you fucking? I remember watching it in the theater. Remember when the football players attacked the bus? The editor must have fell asleep because of an actual football player vanishes in the middle of the shot.
Oh shit!
And I was like, what the fuck? Like really loud in the theater. I was really obnoxious.
The movie's awesome. I don't care.
So Lana is a homosexual woman who gets not blackmailed, but kind of caught because she was snooping around where she shouldn't have been.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's what happens when you mess with Nurse Ratched.
Yeah, and what's her name? The main Nurse Ratched character. What's her face?
Sister Jude or something.
Sister Jude does not appreciate the fine sisters of the Isles of Lesbos. So she told her to go fuck herself and locked her up, and is trying to basically erase her memories and with shock therapy and just trying to keep her under her thumb for trying to expose anything that dealt with the asylum. Which I don't know. I guess
bitch.
She's a real asshole.
She's a real asshole.
And her character, I think, is having a general arc. And I made the quick assumption that she just doesn't trust men, but that might have been just because my idea that she's gay, but that's wrong. Obviously, it's because she just thought that this guy was murdering women, and obviously she's a woman that cares about other women, not just sexually in the mind frame, but. She just doesn't like that this fucking guy could be killing women because it's obviously not cool. And she's.
I think it's cool to kill women. I wouldn't skin them.
You kill them with love, though, right? Is that what it is?
I kill them with love.
Yeah.
And now she's in the thick of it, and apparently her girlfriend, who is Clea Duvall, who I've never seen live in any movie. But, is she in The Faculty? She was cute in The Faculty.
You just gave away the ending of Faculty. You ruined it.
Believe me, that movie stinks. So who cares?
No, it doesn't. It's a good movie. Everyone see it.
Then it's opposite.
Jon Stewart's in it.
It's opposite.
I enjoy it.
And
see, Thea has the right mindset. Well, I'm sorry, Danny. Danny has the right mindset.
Mm-hmm.
So now Lana's trapped in there. She's trying to get out, and she's trying to find any tactic. And I think she's getting into her own. She pulled a really bitch move, but it's understandable why she did it because Kit and Grace try to break out, and she narked on them.
And Grace shouldn't be out anyway. She's a fucking axe murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's get. So, what do you guys think is gonna happen to Lana in the series? You think she's gonna get out?
I think she's condemned. She's gonna die in that prison.
I really hope not. But I think that's what they're leaning towards.
Something makes me think that she'll actually get out alive, and
I want her to.
And she'll survive to the end.
And Kid will be the one that'll get killed. That's what makes me think.
I actually think that Sister Jude's gonna end up being like good in the end.
Yeah, because Sister Jude is going. Sister Jude is going through her own arc. So let's explain Sister Jude. Because Sister Jude at the offset is kind of a Nurse Ratched, but she sort of
is good.
I think the only time she looks good in the series is when she's trying to take out Arden. You know what I mean? She's an asshole.
Yeah.
She's an asshole and she's a piece of shit, but only when she's battling other people. This is the good thing about the show is that everybody hates everybody else in the series and they're always trying to fuck each other. So there's always constant conflict in the series that makes it interesting. Because there's Sister Jude fighting with Arden, and there's Arden fighting with Kit. Kit's fighting with Jude, and
Possessed Nun fighting with anybody who she can get her hands on.
So let's get a little bit to Jude, Sis Jude. What do you guys think is going on with her?
Sis Jude.
She's a child-killing, alcoholic bitch.
She really is an asshole.
She's someone who used to be like a lounge singer and that kind of thing, and used to be very promiscuous and a huge alcoholic, and one day she had a sort of night of the soul where she was super drunk and driving around and hit a kid and left her there.
What's this show and hitting
became a nun, I guess.
The show hits
I love
kids
that the
cars.
demon gave her the fucking glasses of the kid.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And the newspaper and everything. But yeah, I think Jude is... I don't think there's going to be a good end for Jude. I think she's going to do something to redeem herself, but it's not going to be a good end for her. Like, she's going to be either institutionalize herself. It just seems like something's going to happen to her.
I'm telling you, she's going to be the hero. That's my prediction.
No way.
That'd be so...
Maybe she'll die, but she's going to be the hero somehow.
Well, yeah, that's what he's saying, is she'll be redeemed, but she probably won't survive.
Let's get into...
I hope she does. I kind of want her to, like, be good and realize the error of her ways.
Let's get into Grace.
Which one is
Grace is the French woman. The French girl.
Oh, the axe mark.
Who you can't remember, yeah.
Yeah, she...
no, I remember her as the French chick.
Her romance with Kit is pretty whirlwind, and it's getting pretty fast. It's like... her
vagina must be so tight to make him come that fast. Can you imagine?
I always thought that, like...
It's like a fucking Venus flytrap.
That's why I didn't understand. Like, I didn't know Alma was found dead, because that's why I was like, hey, Kit, don't you realize isn't your wife still missing? But then I guess now that she's dead, he can get some ace. He's trying to get some white ass for the first time.
She is from France, by the way, in real life.
He's like, she's got no ass, but, you know. Anyway.
But...
Her vagina. What, are you talking about Alma or the French?
No, Alma got... I'm sure she got booties. She's a black chick.
You're just saying that because you're a stereotype.
I dated a black girl, too. So what? I've covered every base.
That makes everything you say okay.
French girls know how to kiss. Get it?
As the great big what was that fat rapper called? I regulate every shade of that ass. Okay.
Yes.
Oh no.
So Grace is a chopping maniac with an axe because she apparently her father molested her. That's what she says. Because at first she told, she's trying to get on Kit's good side, and they're kind of this weirdo whirlwind positive.
And that's why she
romance.
works in the bakery, because she's so good with an axe.
Oh yeah. Why did you notice that she was using that cleaver? She's gonna use that in one of those episodes. I'm telling you, when she was cutting up the dough with that fucking thing, she's gonna cut somebody with that shit. You know it because it's
foreshadowing.
It's definitely
the security is very lax in this place. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're all getting...
Or however harsh it is, it's very lax.
When everybody's getting blown by Shelly, they just don't care. They're like, who cares?
Right, yeah. But now who's she going to blow? Only the mutants would.
What do we think's going to happen? Grace is definitely going to be cannon fodder. She for sure is going to die in this. There's no question about her dying in this show.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm convinced of her just getting whacked in some sort
Hopefully she'll get a 30-second cum job again.
I feel like Kit's gonna find out she's even worse than she says, probably.
Yeah, she probably killed a family that she had nothing to do with. You know what I mean?
Probably.
But, yeah, there's something about Grace that's gonna be real.
She strikes me as not particularly honest or good.
Yeah, like I think she's telling bigger lies to cover up smaller lies to cover up bigger lies. You know what I mean? Like, my father was killing my family, so I had to run out. Actually, my father molested me, so I had to kill him. And then it's gonna be something.
Actually, I never met those people. I just went and killed a bunch of people.
I saw this amazing axe and I swung it by accident. You know, it's gonna be that kind of thing by the end of the season. Let's get into Sister Mary Eunice, who's a very little cutie by Lily Rabe.
She's fucking awesome.
She is awesome.
She plays two separate characters basically in the same body. Who at the beginning of the series she's playing this kind of very, is it called self-flagellation? The person who kind of beats themselves up all the time. Well, not physically, but very.
Well, but she doesn't do it because she's asking Jude to do it, right?
Yeah, so that's what I meant. She's doing it more mentally than physically because she literally insults herself all the time. She feels stupid. She's not overtly.
She's a bad self-esteem.
Very, because she's very sweet and goody two shoes kind of character, and she's very light. And we find out that she's that moment where Sister Jude is going around whacking people in the ass with these rods. She then says, "Oh, I'm so stupid, I'm so stupid." So she's telling her to whack her ass, and she lifts up her dress to show her ass and all that stuff, which is A+ entertainment for me. But,
me too.
She's another actress that I forgot was in the first season as what's her face. I can't even remember.
Nora.
She has a completely different
look. I'm looking at her right now.
Completely different character in the first season. Yeah, which I really liked.
She has a different look in this one. So I mean, they're really good with having these different looks with these characters. And she gets possessed by a guy in a really cool episode that was a nod to The Exorcist, where
I think that might be my favorite episode.
The second
so far.
episode, right? That was really good. Was it the second episode or was that the third?
Yep,
second episode. Where this young man was brought in and was possessed by some sort of demon, and the demon jumps into her body, much like The Exorcist, the ending spoiler. And she is now the walking evil. But it's weird because everybody else is so evil in the show. It's weird to actually see something that's evil walking through the area. You know what I mean? It's just funny because
and be right at home.
But it's like a little too fast though.
What do you mean?
Is what I felt. I was hoping they'd be a little more subtle about it, but like within like one episode, she's like clearly possessed. There's no question.
And it's funny because she seems to be a necessary evil. Do you know what I mean? Like she's exposing Sister Jude for shit, but then also she's stabbing to death one of the Mexican that they call the character who's calling her a demon. Like, what the fuck would she care if somebody's saying, "Oh, you're the devil, you're the devil"? You know what I mean? So she out and out kills somebody and then feeds that body to the mutants. But other than that, she seems to just be fucking around with Sister Jude and exposing everybody else's lies, you know, for what they
She
really
knew
are.
about the mutants and was feeding them body parts even as a timid little nun.
Yeah, because that was on Dr. Arden's orders. So
yeah, but you would think someone like her wouldn't have done that?
She's probably just somebody that's like a sheep that's just led easily. But now that she's possessed by this demon, she's probably going to be, you know, she's able to do something. So I think something big's going to happen with her, because you don't just get possessed by a demon and not have something spectacular happen with her in the show. You know what I mean?
Maybe the just wants to play solitaire and like
satanic solitaire.
The demon just wants to go on Facebook and play Words with Friends.
Okay, so let's go now with Shelley. Shelley, who is probably the least. It was funny because we picked the least thoughtful character in the show. She's not really deep yet.
She's just she's gonna be dead.
Yeah.
She's
or in the forest with the rest of them.
Chloe Sevigny, Chloe Sevigny, who has this kind of unnatural.
Sevigny.
I think it's Sauvignon Blanc.
It's Savigny or whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's just Savigny.
Savigny?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm being an asshole. But she's playing the sex part of the show, which is funny because she has an unnatural kind of sexiness to her. She's not like she doesn't have like the beauty where you'd be like, holy.
She has like that white trash sexy.
Yeah. She's not like Moira sexy.
Yeah, like
she's
Moira is like classic pinup 1940. Like, oh fuck, she's pretty. Like this girl's kind of like you'll have a couple of drinks with her and kind of fuck her in the back room kind of thing. You know what I mean? Not that I've done that before. I really haven't, which sucks. And she's really she's played off but she's played off slutty in the show, but
they make her a little promiscuous in this episode, in this show.
And Arden treats her like a whore while he's kind of basically worshiping Sister Mary Eunice. And when Mary Eunice turns around and does the same thing, that shows how Arden is kind of this piece of shit that wants control over women. But anyway, let's get back to Arden. But Shelley is this character. The only thing I didn't like about her when they kind of explained who she was is like, you know, that she just likes sex and she gets shit for it when she wants to run off to France, is that they gave her an obvious monologue and it felt like a monologue. Like when she gave this whole speech to Dr. Arden, you know, it's tough wanting to suck cock for 3 or whatever the fuck she said in the episode, but it felt like such a monologue. I was like, ew.
I would totally be like, stop talking.
It reminded me specifically of an episode of The Walking Dead. I think it was in season 2 where what's his face, Rick was on a rooftop talking to somebody on the CB radio. And it was such a weirdly written scene. It felt like a fucking.
What, the black guy that he's trying to call?
No, yeah, I think so. And it seemed like no, I think he was talking in general.
I can't think of what the guy's name is actually.
It was Leroy, you racist. No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. I can't remember.
You have no idea.
And Rick was telling the speech at the beginning, like he was on a rooftop on a CB radio, and it sounded so shitty. I was like, who the fuck wrote this? It sounds like not real. And it's funny saying that for this show because every character is, you know, a kind of cartoonish, but they're acted really well. And for her monologue, it was like the weakest one of the show. And, you know, right now she's kind of just relieving the torture porn aspect of the show right now. Because Arden got a hold of her and is chopping her legs off and mutating her face. And I'm sure he's going to do something really worse with her. She's not long for the show. I don't think so.
No.
Which I kind of think is a waste for Chloe Sevigny, or whatever her name is.
She could be a mutant. She could be a mutant that just runs around the whole time eating people and sucking their dick.
She's a good actor, you know what I mean? So what the fuck? So
and then
maybe they'll have a third
AIDS, and another mutant will be having sex with her, like reenacting the kids scene.
Oh no, the brown bunny scene. Did you ever see the brown bunny with her?
And she won't be saying anything. She'll just be mutantly infecting the other mutant with her mutant AIDS.
Did you ever see the movie Brown Bunny with her and what's that guy's name?
Is it about chocolate?
No. She actually sucks a guy's schlong on the film, like a real blowjob scene in the movie. It was a really crazy scene. Okay, that was good. Anyway, so our theories on Arden. What's going on with Arden? He has a mutant penis.
He is a Nazi.
He has a mutant penis. His dick is.
He is a Nazi.
He has a tiny penis. His balls are probably twice the size of his penis.
You guys think that he's actually gonna is bloody face maybe?
I don't know. I think he created.
I feel like they're leading into that too obviously for it to actually be him.
Yeah, I think it's a definite red herring. So, I mean, what are, let's everybody, before we wrap it up, what's everybody's general theory of what's going to happen in the show? What do you think is, what might happen?
Danny first.
And what's the good thing and bad things? And what are the good things and bad things of the show for you so far?
I don't have many complaints about the show so far. I really like all the characters. I really like all the story arcs that they've taken, and the only thing I didn't like about this season was the beginning present day wraparound with the couple, but they're dead now, so I don't really care.
But it still continues, so we'll see. Yeah.
Those other bloody faces are alive, so we'll see what happens with them.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel. So what are your thoughts on the show?
I like it a lot, but there's so many opportunities for them to completely fuck it up. So I hope
story-wise, as in, you mean like tying it
up with story-wise, as in there's like 10 story arcs of every genre of horror, and I don't know how they're going to tie together or if they will at all.
That's my biggest fear so far, because it's like the 5th episode is the only one to the latest one, which is called I Am and Frankfurter Part 1, which is really good, but it was the first one that kind of took a breather in telling the story. Like, it wasn't crazy like every other the first 4 episodes. So it kind of slowed down, but it wasn't as bad as, like, you know, I'd say a talking episode of The Walking Dead. But I think it's really good. I think it's positive. I like it. I like that they jump around from each character. Every character is interesting enough to hold the screen. But the only thing I'm worried about is how it's going to tie up at the end. So other than that, what do you guys rate this series from a 1 to a 10 so far, from episode 1 through 5?
Thea?
Yes. I'm gonna give this a 9. A 9 out of 10. I can't even think of a good rating. Mutant blowjob horror.
I'm gonna give it a 9.5 because that's how much better it is than the first season.
Yeah.
See, I don't have that comparison. I don't know.
I was gonna give it an 8, but you're right. You guys, it is like a 9 to 9.5 series over in general, just because it's no apologies. It's just pure entertainment, just for the sake of entertainment. I don't think it's trying to be deeper than it is, but the fucking acting is good, especially the monologue by Sister Jude when it was movie night during the episode of Nor'easter was fucking one of the best acting jobs I've ever seen in a long time. That I was like, it makes you like, oh fuck. Everybody's great across the board. All the most of the kid is likable. There you go. But all the characters are entertaining enough to keep you in it, and the fucking effects are great. The shots are great.
Hopefully, we'll get to see Arden's penis at some point.
Yeah, I want to see
how tiny it is.
Looks like a snail. I bet you with salt on it. All right, so with that, guys. Fucking good show. Yes. Anything else anybody has to say about it?
No.
No. I'm looking forward to it. We'll do another review at the end.
Super excited.
We can't wait to see what the next episodes hold up, and we'll get
the next episode's on my birthday.
We'll see if.
Hey, you're a Scorpio too?
Yeah.
Me too. My birthday's in the 16th. When's yours?
14th.
Oh, you bitch! You beat me.
That information was very pertinent to this review show.
I'll
be glad to cut it out. All right, so guys, with that,
won't cut it out.
With that, Thea, what's the final word?
You're talking to me, Thea. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay, Danny, what's the final word?
Go. Oh, wait, do you want to hear Thea's final word or my final word?
Who gives a cunt?